Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Genesect with Techno Blast Ice. Let's see how it works out here. I'm a pretty big fan of Genesect. I do like the burn one. That one actually works pretty well. We did test out the regular 40 in an open Master League, and we actually pulled off some wins with that team there. It was actually pretty fun. But for this one here, we're going to be going with the Magnet Bomb and then, of course, the Techno Blast Ice. And wow. The Techno Blast Ice does a lot of damage. It's crazy. Got some really good plays here. So if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, folks. Really do appreciate that if you do. And we're going to be pairing it up with several different Pokemon here. But for the entire video, we're going to be pairing it up with the second showcase, Shadow Muck, which put in the work as well. Absolutely phenomenal, that thing. And there it goes, doing its poison jab. We're going to have Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse on it. And we're going to be going with the Swampert. Now, the final team is going to be Genesect, Muck, of course, and then the third Pokemon that I finally found comfortable with is going to be Machamp, Shadow. So yeah, that was the final team there. But yeah, with that said, let's see what we have going on here. Really enjoyed this thing. Now, the unfortunate part, again, for these Pokemon, and specifically for Genesect, is it's going to be very squishy because it does have a decent combat power, so it is going to be able to get up pretty high. So when it is in the Great League, or at least the Ultra League here, it is going to be squishier than usual. So you do have to look out for not being able to take hits, unfortunately. But when you do have that Fury Cutter, it is going to be able to charge extremely fast, and you're going to be able to spam those charge moves at a decent rate. And Magnet Bomb is doing a lot of damage on top of getting Stab, as well as that Techno Blast. If you can land it on a Giratina, oh, we're going to be doing that. So stay tuned. Let's see what we have. Let's get into that commentary. Leading with the Genesect, met with the Wall Rain. So Steel super effective to Ice, but Water does resist Ice, so it's not going to be super effective. But it is going to be doing a decent amount of damage here. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, that's not bad. Obviously, we're not going to be going for the Techno Blast Ice right now because, well, it's not to do any damage here. So Magnet Bomb it is. Now you can go with the X Scissor, but I just wanted to go with the Magnet Bomb here, so it's looking great. Fury Cutter putting in that work. We're going to swap. Could have probably farmed down there. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Swapping and locking ourselves up against an Obstagoon here, so we can more than likely expect them to go for Obstruct because most people are rocking that. Yet again, there are going to be some people that do not have it because you don't really need it. If you just wanted to find a good IV Obstagoon for Community Day, that would have served you just as well as opposed to having this Obstruct move, which is good. It does have its plays, but I'm going to be getting in more battles with it to see what we can do. Anyways, they keep going for Obstruct here, as you can see. And, well, they're raising their defense and lowering ours, so they've got some good bulk to that Obstagoon over there. So they swap into a Charizard, and I immediately just bolt out of there because I didn't even check to see if it was going to be the Dragon Breath or Fire Spin. It is Dragon Breath. We could have stayed in there. We do resist it, and we're going to be shielding up this Blast Burn from Charizard and farming down. No more shields on our end. In comes the Obstagoon. The defense has been wiped away, so this Thunder Punch is going to be doing a decent amount with this Poison Jabs here. Obviously, we're not going to be going for Dark Pulse because it's not very effective. And they're going for the Obstruct, raising their defense and lowering ours. But this is a Shadow Muck. The damage is just going to add up, and we take the win there. Looking good. I'm telling you, that Muck, really fun to use, and it does have decent IVs for this one here. All right, so here we go. We have a Fighter, and it's not even a Shadow. So look at the fighting. The counter damage, it's just, you know, it's doing quite a bit here. Now we're going to go for the Magnet Bomb because there's really no point in going for the Ice move right now because, well, that's only something you want to go for if it's super effective, and that's pretty much it. There's certain circumstances, I do believe, but we're going to be going down, just letting it take us out, bringing in the Muck to farm up. They're going to be going for a Rock Slide as we suspected here. Now it is going to cost us a shield. We're down a shield, but we do have energy. Let's see what they got. And they're bringing in their own Muck. Is that the Kanto Muck as well? Okay, let's go. Shadow versus non-Shadow. Let's see what we have going on. Swapping into Swampert here, trying to catch something, and let's see what they throw. It's probably a Dark Pulse here, and that's exactly what it is. And we're getting to the Hydro Cannon. It's not, you know, we don't need to go for an Earthquake. I mean, that wouldn't have KO'd, but a couple of more quick moves would have done the job. All right, so we're going to let this go, doing a lot of damage. We do resist the Poison Jab, so we can take those no problem. Going for another Hydro Cannon here. And they're letting it go, holding onto the last shield. They got a Drapion in the back, so this is looking pretty good for us here. We're going to go for another Hydro Cannon. Genesect down and out for the count. but we do have the muck ready to go. Throwing it into the battle here. All right, so we're not going to be resisting this. We're just the regular Kanto version. We're not the Alolan one. And I think I called the Alolan muck Galarian muck. You know, it's because I got those Galarian birds going through my head. I'm doing my incense. I got a video for you coming. I got a surprise. Maybe I just didn't post it on social media or let you guys know. Maybe I caught one. Ooh, maybe we'll see. All right, next battle. What do we got going on here? Another Machamp. Oh. Yeah, we already know how this is going to work out. So we're going to go ahead and shield up that first one here so we can put on a little bit of pressure. But I feel like it was pointless to even shield it up. Okay, so they're letting it go, bringing it down, so that's pretty good, I suppose. We do have the muck that does resist it, but, I mean, it's not like our team's really weak to fighting, only Genesect. So we're going to go ahead and Poison Jab down. Great, so we've got all this energy ready to go. They're bringing in their own muck, which is going to be the Alolan version. All right, before I say Galarian, right? Getting them all confused. So we're going to go ahead and let that go. They're hitting us with a charge move. We're going to be bringing in Swampert here, expecting a Dark Pulse, of course. They're not going to go with the Sludge. All right, there it is. And they're swapping here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon. What did they just bring into the battle here? Their own Swampert. We got kind of a little mirror match going on here. All right, so yeah, we're looking great. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to pull this one off. We still have a shield left, and we're going to go ahead and let that go. Not enough to take us out. Unfortunately, they're getting a little bit of farm, and I'm going to have to farm this down here. One shield left on the muck. This is getting a little bit close. We're going to have to get to about 4 of these. So there's 1. This is going to be 2. We're almost at 3, and then we're going to have to get to 1 more for 4. And this is really cutting it close. Let's see if we're going to be able to pull this one off. The original muck said, nah, I'm going to show you who's the original over here. So they go for the Dark Pulse, and I'm thinking of course they're going to get to a charge move first. And we're actually able to get to the Thunder Punch and take the win. The original for the win. Let's go, folks. And we're going to be getting a 5-0 with this team in, towards the end of the video for our last set. This is going to be our first set, getting a 4-1. Not bad at all. And Genesect didn't let me down. It's just about the alignment at this point. All right, next battle, we're met with a Galvantula, which is going to be neutral with the electric, and we're going to be doing a ton of damage to it because it just can't take a hit. Magnet Bomb is going to do just fine here, and we're getting a shield right off the bat. Now, if they go for Lunge, that's not very effective, but Discharge is going to do a ton, and now they can finish this off basically with quick moves by farming us down. So we go ahead and swap into our Swampert. By the time they swap into their own Swampert, we're almost at 2 Hydro Cannons here. This is looking great for us. We will be letting this first one go here, no problem at all. And seeing that we do have the muck that can handle the Galvantula, this is not looking bad at all. Alright, so what we really wanted to do here was bring that Swampert low enough so we didn't have to worry about it with the muck. And now we can basically go in here and just farm it down with it. Or just go in here with the Genesect and farm up. Alright, sounds good. Low on health, so we got to be quick here. Bringing in that Galvantula, getting off this Magnet Bomb, which should be enough to KO. Or I'm in La La Land. It should be enough to KO. Alright, so we bring in our muck. They go for a lunge and lower our attack. So we're not looking great. And we got an Obstagoon. I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say they're going to go Obstruct. There it is, bringing our defense down and raising theirs, putting us in even worse position here with lowered attack. Alright, so can Shadow Muck pull this off for us here? We have 1 shield left. I figured they're going to go for another Obstruct. We let it go. Now we're going to bring in the Genesect. We weren't trying to catch. That was just to reset the debuffs. You know, I should have probably waited 1 more Obstruct, but let's see if we're going to be able to pull this off, because this is kind of between a rock and an Obstagoon kind of a place here. So let's go. And another Thunder Punch. We've reset our stats. So now we're doing more damage now. At least that's what we got going on, right? So we will finally shield this one up. It's down to the quick moves. Can we take them out? They swap. We take them out. We get to the Thunder Punch, and that was just enough to help us farm up to it. Thank you very much. In the muck, like I said, putting in the work. I mean, Genesect, you know, the first Pokemon is always going to have it rough because, you know, it's leading the charge. Good or bad, it's going to have to deal with it. And here we go with finally, we're able to see the Techno Blast Ice. Look at that. Almost one-shots Giratina, Origin form or altered form. The Tanky Elephant. Are you kidding me? So at this point, we're going to be able to just Fury Cut down. It's going to be very close. They go for a If they had Shadow Sneak, they'd probably be able to take us out for sure. But no, They don't have it. They probably have Ancient Power. And we're going to go for another Techno Blast on the Swampert. They shielded up. We get to another... Oh, this thing is just going off. This thing is just going off. And look at the damage. Doing so much. So, can you see what I'm talking about? It's very circumstantial between if you want to go for Magnet Bomb or the Techno Blast Ice. Obviously, things that are not very effective with Steel, like the Swampert, you're going to go for the Ice. Or if you know you're going to be able to just do a lot more damage, their shields are down, go for the Techno Blast. Anyways, they have a Venusaur in the back here. What's going on? Not very effective with all their charge moves. Letting it go again. Frenzy Plant, bringing us down low. We're farming all the way down to Funky Town. And now we're going to have to get off 2 of these Dark Pulses. They're not going to be able to take us out with quick moves. It's just not enough. Getting to the next one here. And again, Muck closing out the game for us with its Shadow form. Just taking the wins left and right. Of course, the other Pokemon are putting in the work, but this thing is just a very good closer. Next battle, we're met with another Giratina. Let's see if we're going to be able to have the same outcome as before. So we do have a Dragon Breath, which is resisted, which is great. Going for that Techno Blast. They let it go. Almost one-shots yet again. Looks like we're doing a little bit more damage to this one. The other one probably had more ideal IVs for its bulkiness. And we're almost able to Fury Cut down before they get to another charge move. And it is a Shadow Sneak, but we do survive. So there is that scenario. Looks like they were trying to take us out by a Snipe, but we're going for the Techno Blast on the Obstagoon, and they're going to be shielding it up. And we do have the Poliwrath on the team for now. I wanted a Water, but then we just decided, the hell with it, we're just going to go with the Machamp. So we get to the Dynamic Punch. We're going to be able to let everything go from the Obstagoon here, no problem at all. And we're one-shotting it, easy money. They got an Ampharos, super effective to our Water in the back here. So it's not over for us yet. We still have all of our Pokemon. I don't know if I finish this one off with all of them. I think this might be it. Let's see. So get this off, and then can we swap? Was the switch clock up? Is the yeah, it was. Yep, I think we do finish it with all of our Pokemon. All right, so Thunder Punch is not very effective, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and let this go because I'm thinking, well, even a Dragon Pulse is not enough. Focus Blast is useless. You might as well go Thunder Punch because it's not very effective. We're not able to take them out. They survive with 1 HP. Are you kidding me? But we're going to be able to finish this, I think, with all Pokemon. Yeah, all 3 of them and a shield left. Let's get it. Next battle, what are we going to see leading with that? Genesect, and we're met with the Swampert. Now, initially, when I was testing this out before I started recording, I didn't like this matchup, but come to find out, it's actually not as bad as I thought. As long as you go for the Techno Blast Ice, you're going to be looking great. Now, if you do Bait, that's going to be fantastic, and you actually get a shield with the Magnet Bomb. But otherwise, check it out here. You just simply shield one up, go for one, and go for the next one, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to be winning this matchup here. It's going to be taking them out, and you're taking that win. So let's get it, Genesect. They're going to be able to farm us up, unfortunately, not able to get to that Magnet Bomb up against that Mandibuzz. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Muck here, which does have Thunder Punch, super effective. They're going for a foul play. Would really like to have the Alolan Mucks typing right about now, but that's all right. I'm doing a lot of damage to that tanky Mandibuzz. I mean, this Muck can take a hit. With its IVs that I do have, with its stats as well, it's a pretty nice Pokemon for a balance of attack and defense here. So we do have the Machamp, and this is going to be the final team that just worked too good for me here. So we're going to shield up this Aerial Ace, farm them all the way up, but they're going to be swapping, and they have, is that something weak to fighting? What was that? Oh, a Scrafty. You love to see it, going for another one of these, and we're just going to be able to simply farm down that Mandibuzz with counter. Oh yeah, Machamp Shadow is just so stinking OP. Let's go with the final team here. Next battle, we're met with an Umbreon here, and we do have super effective with Fury Cutter. They're going to be retreating into a wall raid, and we're going to just love to bring in that Shadow Machamp and just start going to town here. Now, could I bring in Muck? Sure, I could have. But Genesect still has a decent matchup up against Umbreon, so we're just going to go ahead and bring in Machamp. They're going to be shielding and going for Earthquake. Sounds great to me. Icicle Spear would have done plenty of damage, but I'll take that shielding of an Earthquake and able to farm them down before they actually get to an Icicle Spear, and they've used both shields. Bringing in a Talonflame, energy on the Machamp, going for a Rock Slide. Are we going to sweep with Machamp? Yes, we are. They back out, and this is why this is the final team with Machamp. Okay. This thing is just disgusting. What a beast. Next battle, we're met with Swampert. We've seen this before. Not as bad as a matchup as you think it might be. Now, if you get hit with Earthquake, that's not going to be great. But, I mean, they could just go for 2 Hydro Cannons, no big deal. We're going to be going for the Ice Techno Blast, of course, and they're shielding it up. Oh, right, they always do because they're expecting it. They know what it is. We will be shielding this up, outpacing them, and then being able to take them out here with this Techno Blast. Should be able to do enough. Depends on their IVs here. Let's see what we got going on. Yep, that's pretty much going to cut it there. That thing does so much damage. So winning that matchup, they're bringing in Charizard with Dragon Breath and a Party Hat and a Shiny. What a combination there. Okay, sounds good. What a flex. And bringing in the Muck to absorb the Blast Burn. And it still takes it like a boss, surviving in its shadow form. And they let that go, which is perfect. And they have an Escavalier. We immediately swap, and they do as well. And this is pretty much a wrap here, folks. We're looking good. Now, if they hit us with an Acid Spray, that's not going to be the best situation around here. So let's see. Hitting us with a Drill Run. And we're shielding it up, of course. We have to. If we don't shield up, we lose this game. Going for a Cross Chop, which would take them out. And now we can counter them down, but they do back out before I'm actually able to. And we take that win with the Machamp at the end. Let's go. Moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here? Sylveon with our Steel in the front. Yeah, I love to see it. Here's the problem. They can let a Magnet Bomb go, and the quick move's no problem at all because it's not very effective, and it's not doing any damage really at all here. They're going to be able to get to their charge move. Now, what I can do is let this go. They could shield this up and win the matchup and then charm me down, but that's going to cost them a shield, which is fine. And I would just bring in Muck to take them out, but they're letting it go and we win this matchup. No shields have been used, unfortunately not gaining to the charge move. So we don't really, I mean, Alolan, or the regular Muck, is kind of made to counter it to some degree with the Dark Pulse, but they're swapping into Obstagoon and locking themselves, going for Obstruct, lowering our defense, and this is all I actually needed. Now we're going to be able to do this extra damage with the Rock Slide, which is the extra damage I needed to win. Or the shield right there, which is just fantastic. Now we do have energy on the Muck. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to gain a little bit of extra farm here. And we've got full health, looking good. No debuffs, just fresh Muck. Let's go. They're letting that first one go and is doing a ton of damage. So this is kind of a funny battle here. So what's going to happen is they're not wanting to use their last shield for whatever reason. So I decided to say, you know what, I could play chicken too, and I'm not going to use my shield as well. It's not even a flex. It's just to prove a point that, yeah, okay, you want it like that, you got it. So we let this go. It's going to be very close, but we still have a Pokemon in the... What? No, that's our last one. Okay, yeah, and we're taking the win there. Alrighty, last battle, folks. What do we got? We're met with the Surfetch. This is not great, so we're going to immediately swap and bring in our Muck here and just start going to town with that Poison Jab and just hit the Thunder Punch right off the bat because Surfetch is very squishy, can't take a hit whatsoever. They're retreating with like... So something like 90 or 100 energy, and that's not a good thing for me later down the line. So I have to keep that in mind, and I have to hold on to a shield. So a Drill Run is obviously going to KO, so we do shield this up here. And I couldn't make a decision. Thunder Punch, Dark Pulse. What should I go? Go for the Thunder Punch here. It's not enough to KO. And then a couple more. It is enough to take them out. Great. They're bringing in a Melmetal. Okay, sounds good to me. And as soon as I saw that, I'm thinking, okay, hold up. Even with the Surfetch's energy, I think we're going to be good to go here. What we're going to want to do is bring in the Genesect after this and just do some random damage. Everything we have is not very effective, so whatever. We'll just let them use up their energy here. I'm expecting them to swap into their Surfetch or something at some point and throw their energy, and that's exactly what we want them to do. We want them to just use up all their energy, use up all their shields on this Genesect, and then the Machamp is just going to go to town and just destroy this team here. So we swap right about now, and they got all that energy built up, right? We'll simply shield this up, and even if the Melmetal gets off a superpower, it doesn't matter. They can't because we have a Cross Chop, and that's going to be about the game right there, folks. So if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, and that's going to be our 5-0. Genesect, Shadow Muck, and Shadow Machamp putting in that work for a nice 5-0, looking good. So Genesect with the Techno Blast Ice, looking pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a really fun Pokemon. Like usual, they don't ever let me down. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
So you're finally here! Fantastic!